Hello and welcome to my brand new YouTube channel, One Foot In. I'm Juliana, and I have another YouTube channel called the Salo Mason Happy Home YouTube channel, which is just a channel about the everyday lives, anything, everything, and nothing at all, about two average Americans just getting by each and every day. But there is a whole other part to my life that I thought I could bring to the Salo Mason Happy Home, but I realized that there is so much more to my paranormal life that I wanted to separate it and present it to you differently. Now, I know that the internet and YouTube are oversaturated with paranormal channels, lots of ghost hunters doing scripted ghost hunting adventures and lots of jump scares and different things, and that's great fun. But when you live with 1 foot in the paranormal world and 1 foot in the real world, life is different for you. I was born with certain gifts, as everybody really is born with gifts. Sometimes your gifts are paranormal, psychic, if you will, and sometimes they're academic or emotional or physical, super athletes or super academics. Everybody has a gift. There's an intention when you come back here from the spirit world back here into the material world of the living human beings. And when you do, there's a set contract in place. And you come back with these gifts that you have developed and honed over the time that you have been in the spirit world. So when you come back here, you have a set plan. For me, that plan had nothing to do with personal life, goals or aspirations or choices. I've lived a very rough and dark life. I had a hard childhood, terrifying adult life up until recently. But one thing that has been consistent and has never changed is the paranormal side of my world. I, according to my family, since I was about 4 or 5 years old, I've been communing with the dead. I can see them, hear them, smell them. You can feel the air is different in the presence of the dead. And I love dead people, and I love helping dead people resolve their issues and move on, because that's ultimately what the goal is and should be of everyone who is born with the ability to communicate with those on the other side. Now, when I was about 7, my mom put me in the hands of a psychic medium to teach me, to hone my skills and wake them up, if you will. And my family was multi-religious. We had Jewish people, Lutheran people, atheists, Baptists, pagans, you name it, we had it. And my family loved to tell ghost stories and to read fortunes and cards and have seances, and they did all that crazy fun stuff that people love to do in suburban Minnesota, in the United States, and the mid 20th century. So I grew up in a world where it was perfectly natural to have abilities and to have experiences with unexplained phenomena, which is what the paranormal is. The paranormal is anything that cannot be explained by the obvious or by science. Now, I do have an investigative channel, PIAC Minnesota Paranormal. I call it a channel, but it's actually just videos and stuff that I have out there of different different clients that have had issues, and they've reached out to PIAC, Minnesota Paranormal, for assistance. And I like to keep their identities private because, they don't want to turn their lives into a circus. They just want help with their paranormal issues. So what my partner and I do is we go in, and my partner is an apex debunker and goes in and researches the home and really digs deep in and tries to debunk the paranormal experiences that the families are having. And if it can't be explained by a leaky pipe or a squeaky door or a kid playing a prank on mom and dad, if it cannot be explained by anything scientific, mechanical, obvious, whatever, then we know that it's paranormal, and we will explore that option next. So there is a little bit of work that has to go into it. It's not jump scares. It's not goading spirits into responding. It's really a genuine and sincere calling to help those in need, because they're really scared. They have something happening to them and their families. They don't know what it is. They can't get a handle on it, and they don't want it to get any worse. Most of the time it's house ghosts, and they're okay with that. They want to be sure that they're safe. Now, I have worked and had experiences with ethereals, which are unseen forces and entities that have never been human, such as demons, angels, poltergeists. I'm not a demonologist per se, but I'm not someone that shies away from them or is intimidated by those entities. So I have gone toe-to-toe with a few of them in my life as well. So we do a lot of things with PIAC, Minnesota Paranormal. And of course, you can reach out to me here. You can leave comments or, smash the like button, whatever, if you're interested in learning more about the work that we do. And we do telephone work. I'll do readings over the phone. I'll do consults over the phone. We don't do a whole lot of travel. We both, have ball and chain daytime jobs, so it's really not that easy to get around. But I wanted to, but because there's a lot of paranormal investigative channels out there and teams out there, that's kind of not what I wanted to focus on here. Although we will help those in need that reach out to us. This channel is primarily to focus on what it's like to live with one foot in this world and one foot in the paranormal world, because it's not the same. You can tune it in, you can tune it out, you can do what you need to do, but that doesn't mean that it's not there. And for someone like me, I can sense the entities and the spirits around me all the time. I can see them, hear them, communicate with them, and they interact with me throughout my day. Recently, I have started the last couple of years experienced, probably through trauma that my fiance and I have gone through in the last 4 years, what's commonly known as sympathy pains, which is when somebody that you care about or somebody you have a connection to, they're sick or injured, and you start to behave with the same symptoms or maladies that they have, and you may not connect it at first. This is an awful, awful thing to have. I don't know if this is a gift or not, but it's not cool. Because if someone has been very sick, I'm getting very sick. And now that I've realized and seen the pattern to this behavior, I'm able to kind of better control it. You gotta keep your abilities under control. You have to know when to loose them, when to put them to bed, when they're going to be effective, when you should talk to people about them, when it's okay to maybe have a little bit of fun with them. Now, I have been existing in a world for 58 years of psychic phenomenon, mediumship, interacting with the other worlds, walking with one foot in that world. And I have been a paranormal consultant and investigator for 35 years. So I have a lot of time and a lot of experiences that I wish to share. I want to tell you some ghost stories, tell you some of the really fun things that have happened to me, because, you know, when you live with it like I do, I'm not afraid. I don't jump scare. I'm not afraid. I'm not someone that shies away from demons and ethereals. I get it. I'm not afraid of the dead. Because the more you fear, the more energy they suck from you, the more bad their behavior gets. So, you know, we're not afraid of these things. They don't, you know, you can sense good and evil. You can sense malicious intent, but that doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, that it's going to affect you. And that's why people have paranormal experiences. They don't understand what's going on, and we always fear the unknown, so we end up being scared. And when you're scared, you're vulnerable. Your emotions, your mental state, your physical body becomes vulnerable to these unseen forces and entities, and they take advantage. That's where hauntings come in at, and paranormal investigations are necessary. I've taken home a lot of, you know, demons and spirits and whatnot. I have Dybbuk boxes in my office everywhere, and haunted objects and so on and so forth. So, you know, I'm not beyond helping people to the extent of removing the offending entity, if you will. And there's so much about living with one foot in that I want to talk about, that it just seemed like it needed its own channel. So I got one foot in the paranormal world, and I have another foot in the everyday world. That's my Salo Mason Happy Home YouTube channel. I'd love you to check it out. And I have so much content I want to put out here. I just don't even know where to begin, except at the beginning, which is welcome to my new YouTube channel, One Foot In. I am Juliana. I am a psychic medium by birth, a paranormal investigator. Can't say by trade because I'm not getting anything for it. I'm an educator in that area as well. I have taught some classes here and there through the years. I have investigated, resolved a lot of issues, debunked a lot of situations for people. And I have 58 years of life with one foot in that I want to share with you. This whole other world. And I'm looking forward to us being able to do that one episode at a time. So join me. Walk that line with me. And until next time, I love you all.